my kind and inquisitive Virgo friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. Virgo, you feel the undercurrent this week. There's a sense of something unvoiced, maybe a pressure in your chest or a gentle ache for clarity. You're not one to rush past the details, and so when restlessness stirs, you notice it. Maybe it's the way your thoughts keep circling back to unfinished conversations, or the persistent tug of wanting to be understood, not just useful. There's pride in your ability to steady the room and organize what's chaotic, but lately, that quiet competence feels like both a gift and a burden. You might catch yourself wondering if others truly see your effort, or if your care is just the background music to their days. Beneath your outward calm, there's a longing to be met, to be part of something built together, not just held together by you. It's subtle, but the tension lingers, the need to be valued for your presence, not just your precision. This week, the emotional weather is one of gentle anticipation, like standing at the threshold of a space you haven't quite named, waiting for a sign that what you offer matters as much as you hope it does. The 3 of Pentacles quietly enters your story here, not as a label, but as a mirror reflecting how you're holding yourself. You're in a moment where collaboration is both a relief and a source of unease. You might find yourself in the midst of projects, conversations, or shared routines that require more than your silent effort. There's a recognition that your skills and insights are valuable, and yet the question of whether others truly appreciate your contributions lingers. You may feel the subtle friction of wanting to step out of the role of unseen helper and into the frame as a true partner. There's satisfaction in doing things well, but lately, it's not enough just to keep the wheels turning. Your emotional posture is one of quiet hopefulness mixed with hesitation. You want to trust that your ideas, your presence, and your voice belong in the room. Still, there's a vulnerability to letting others in, to showing the unfinished edges of your work or your feelings. It's possible you're holding tension between wanting to lead and fearing your influence might disrupt the careful balance you've helped create. Underneath it all, you're seeking resonance, a feeling that you're not alone in your effort and that what you build with others can become something greater than what you'd manage alone. This isn't about craving praise, it's about being woven into the story, recognized for your unique thread. The week opens with you carrying the hope that genuine collaboration is possible and the quiet anxiety of not knowing if you'll be truly seen. Out of this inner landscape, your path begins to take shape. The way you're feeling, this blend of anticipation and uncertainty, naturally sets the stage for what unfolds. When you long to be part of something meaningful, you start scanning the horizon for openings, even if only subconsciously. The need to connect, to build alongside rather than alone, draws your attention toward possibilities that might have seemed distant before. You're more attuned to moments when someone asks for your input, or when a new opportunity flickers on the edge of your awareness. Your willingness to be present, to risk a little vulnerability, quietly invites change. The desire to step into a more visible role is not just an internal wish, it becomes a magnet for events, choices, and pressures that test your readiness to engage. The sense of being on the threshold, so palpable within you, becomes the pulse of your week. Each small decision, whether to speak up, to share an idea, or to accept help, feels charged with meaning. The path ahead isn't predetermined, but it's shaped by how deeply you honor that longing to belong and contribute more openly. The 3 of Wands stands as a marker on this unfolding path, catching the momentum that's quietly building around you. You can sense the energy shifting. There's a subtle push toward movement, a gathering of possibilities just beyond your immediate reach. You might notice a pressure to expand your role or explore new territory, whether that's in your work, your relationships, or the way you show up for yourself. There's friction, but it's not hostile. It's the kind that comes from stretching beyond what's familiar. You may feel the pull of dreams that have been waiting in the background, or the gentle urgency to respond when someone invites you into a bigger conversation. The choices you face aren't about abandoning what you know, but about adding new layers to what you offer. This week, there's a sense of standing at the edge, looking out over what you've built so far, and sensing that more is possible if you're willing to reach. The pressures you feel are invitations, whether they come as opportunities, requests for your insight, or the realization that your current routines have grown a bit too snug. There's momentum here, a quiet but persistent nudge to step into a wider field, to trust that your preparation has brought you to this point for a reason. The friction isn't meant to unsettle you, but to remind you that growth comes from movement, not just maintenance. As the days unfold, you may find yourself more willing to test the waters, to let curiosity outweigh caution, and to see what happens when you show up as more than just the reliable one. But the real shift comes when you recognize that this potential isn't automatic. It's not handed to you by circumstances alone. The possibility waiting for you is shaped by how you choose to meet each moment, by how consciously you engage with both your longing and your hesitations. It's the subtle difference between watching life move past and stepping into the flow, even when you're uncertain where it might lead. The path opens in proportion to your willingness to be seen, to risk being part of something larger than your own quiet effort. This isn't about forcing change or demanding recognition. It's about listening closely to what you truly want and allowing that desire to guide your next step. The fullness of what's possible will only reveal itself when you're present, awake to the invitations that arrive, and gentle with yourself as you explore what it means to belong, not just contribute. Your potential this week is beautifully captured by the Ten of Cups. This is not a promise, but an invitation, a glimpse of what harmony feels like when you allow yourself to be part of the circle, not just standing just outside its edge. Growth here is about letting yourself experience the satisfaction of shared effort, mutual appreciation, and the quiet joy that comes from genuine connection. You may notice moments where laughter feels easier, or a conversation takes on unexpected warmth. There's a sense that fulfillment doesn't have to be earned through relentless striving. Sometimes it's found in the ordinary exchanges that remind you you're not alone. The invitation is to recognize that you belong, not because you've proven yourself, but because you are present, engaged, and open to the give and take of real relationship. The fullness hinted at here is not a finish line, but a feeling that grows each time you allow yourself to be both needed and nurtured. The potential is for a deeper sense of peace, not from perfection, but from participating fully in what's unfolding around you. Letting yourself trust in this possibility, even for a moment, can shift the entire tone of your week. All of these threads, your quiet hope for recognition, the momentum building as you step toward new horizons, and the invitation to genuine connection, are woven together in your experience this week. The Three of Pentacles reminds you of the value you bring, and the tension that comes from wanting to be part of something bigger. The Three of Wands signals the subtle movement, the push to expand and test what you're capable of when you let yourself be seen. And the Ten of Cups offers a gentle vision of harmony, belonging, and emotional fullness that's possible when you say yes to participation, not just contribution. There's a reassuring rhythm to this week, the sense that you don't have to force anything, but you also don't have to hold back. Each moment you meet with openness, each invitation you respond to, these become the building blocks of a more connected, satisfying experience. The resolution here is quiet but profound. You are part of the story, and your presence shapes what unfolds. Let yourself rest in that knowing, even as you continue to grow. Actionable insights for Virgo this week. Let each interaction be a chance to feel seen, not just helpful. You could try sharing one idea or unfinished thought with someone you trust. Notice how it feels to be included even in small ways. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. I am worthy of being seen. My voice belongs in every circle I choose. Connection grows each time I show up fully. I trust my presence makes a difference. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.